Hey everyone, this is Lori with 3 Keys Astrology. 3 keys, why 3 keys? 3 keys are your mind, your body, and your soul. It's you, it's me, it's we. 3 is a number of harmony, and happens to be the day that I was born, on the 3rd. And the oldest of 3, the mother of 3, and it's just a really nice number. The pinnacle of 3 is has to do a lot with being grounded and yet spirit connected. And trinities are symbolically Father, Son, Holy Spirit, our Holy Family, Mother Mary, Baby Jesus, our beloved Heavenly Father. So I love the number 3. My business is called 3 Keys Astrology. You can go to my website, 3 Keys Astrology, order your birth chart reading. Once you've ordered your birth chart reading, you can order anything else that I offer. And I'm open to questions. I have a donate button. So if you have random questions, something pops up and you want me to have a look into astrology and its logic, for you I shall. So this is the final qualities group that are the mental signs that comprise the mental signs in astrology for your October 2020 forecast. And this individual grouping are the last sign of each season. And we begin with Gemini in the spring, and then we have Virgo as at the ends of summer. Sagittarius finishes fall, and Pisces finishes winter. These 4 signs have a restless energy about them. They're mental. You, Gemini, Sagittarius, Pisces, and Virgos, of all the signs, need most to view my videos on the middle, and my videos where I talk about the heart. It's opposite for you. You usually connect mentally before you can get involved with your heart, except for Pisces. Pisces is such smushy, lovey-dovey. I love Pisces. I love Pisces. They make me weak in the knees. So anyway, sorry, this isn't about me today. Your October forecast is tough, and I did a complete synopsis of October 2020 for you, but because it's so difficult, and we are at I call it the cauldron, the pot's hot, the cauldron's boiling. We are at that point that I've been talking about for almost a year now. And if you're in dilemmas and crosses and forks in the road and feeling like you can't breathe and you don't know which way to turn and you don't know what to do next and you hate that you have to go to work and it's life and death right now. And it is life and death right now. We can't minimize it, we can't forget it, we can't pretend it's not real. It's foolish. These 4 signs, however, when they're upset, they react, except for Pisces. They get mental agitation and have trouble sleeping, and everybody has had conflicted feelings about authority. Who the heck is running the government? And who do these people think they are, wasting taxpayers' money? And why is it one conspiracy theory after the next, and attacks that are so soap opera-ish and rag magazine-like? Is that the new norm? Is that, we used to want to aspire to be like people that were in leadership positions. I'm not so sure anymore. There's a lot of lack of integrity that we've been living in, and that's why all of this corruption is being so outed, and that's a really good thing. We have to hang on. So the biggest thing that I've told all signs for the month of October is that our health. There's going to be a lot of confusion over symptoms of flu that are misdiagnosed as COVID and vice versa. So the best thing that you can do in protection is don't get lax, don't get arrogant, keep washing your hands, wearing your masks, bone up on your minerals, vitamin C, eat lean, eat green, eat living food, and feed your family that way. And you can start right now if you've never done that before. People say it's too expensive. It's actually a lot less money than buying all that processed packaged junk that has no nutritive value. I want you to be really very beware of sugar and flour. They inflame the inside of your body. We have Mars retrograde, which is a recurrence of infections, sickness coming back, disease recurring. It is people backing up, not paying attention. People who need to go back and fix the war that they caused, or the disaster and destruction that was on their hands. That's what this is for. This month is a great month to apologize. Sweet Sun in Libra is so very loving, and it's earth energy and air goddess energy. I've got Spit and God videos on the channel that you can view to get and act and be and embody the heavenly nature that is your soul. Your soul doesn't need material things. Your soul can be disaffected by cruel people and corrupt people, and God gave you a mind, and these mental signs all have excessive mental energy, good rationale, great thinking skills, really, really good. Pisces doesn't know how to make theirs come down to the ground, but we'll talk about that. But Pisces loves Libras, and Pisces exalts Venus, and Taurus and Libra rule those signs. So Pisces, Taurus, and Libra have this nice affinity for each other. They get each other. They're kind of made from the same yolk. And so this month, in the middle of the month, we have Mercury going retrograde. But Mercury's in Virgo. And I'm going to start this talk of the mutable signs with you, Virgo, because you really, 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 and if you didn't know this yet, if you're just now listening for the first time, check out the weekly scope for last week. This beautiful heavenly energy came down. You could feel the calm and loving energy so much, unless you're a robot or unless you're not paying attention, unless you're head tired and overworked and caught in dramas. But Virgo got so blessed by all the planets in the universe with the sun and the moon, giving them promise to really develop new habits and develop their new normal by the time next March comes. Now, you are so lucky, and that good energy seeped over and soaked into Taurus and Capricorns as well. Capricorns need it. They've been crushed and through one extreme after the other extreme since 2008. They're holding that heavy, hard energy. And they've seen too much death and too much change. And they've been stripped of their power, their titles, their positions, their places. And it's going to keep happening. They've lost a lot. Lots of fathers and mothers and grandparents. There's been way too much death. October, like I said, the pot is boiling, the cauldron is hot, and if you can put a lid on it and keep the handle nice and ice cold and cool that heat, fade that heat, calm those people, calm those nervous people. All of you mutable signs that I'm mentioning, Gemini, Sagittarius, Pisces, and Virgo, surround yourself with calm earth signs, Cancer signs, Libra, sweet people, and stay away from agitators and stay away from pushy people. So let's start with you, sweet Virgo. Um, the great blessing of your lives is that you still get to bask in this beautiful energy of that marriage between the sun and the moon in Virgo. I mean, all the planets were in harmony, loving you up, wishing you a happy birthday, and giving you a new fresh start. You should be feeling very beautiful. You'll even look beautiful this month of October because Venus, the goddess of love, is in Virgo. And while you can't actively change all the things that you want to change right now, you guys are some of the finest healthcare professionals on the planet. You're excellent pharmacists. You're smart. You people have great ideas. Gemini is so rational and realistic. When Pisces is floating off in the ethers, talking about all the invisible things that we can't see but he can feel, all the things that he knows but we can't see, Gemini says, I'll tell you what he's trying to tell you. Gemini can interpret that. Gemini is the messenger god that flies from heaven to hell in a minute. Um, the floral company, what is it? I forget what it's called. The little messenger god with wings on his feet is Mercury. And think mercurial, up and down the thermometer. Can fly in a second from heaven to hell, up and down, goes all around, gets the messages, delivers the messages, is the communicator. And Virgo is kind of a big sister or brother to that Gemini childish, playful energy. So you are so lucky. And all of you have goddess videos on my channel, god or goddess. They say goddess, but they also infer the god energy. And so be your best. This month, all of you healthcare workers, thank you so much, and we love you so much. Your dedication has been phenomenal this year. And I know you've worked hard and you've been underpaid and overworked and are risking your lives. This next 6 months, you will do so much. The repairmen, the maintenance men, the teachers, these are all things that appeal to all the mutable signs. You have sharp minds and busy bodies. You're kind of got a restless energy about you, and you need change. And you're great at helping us change. In my Three Keys Astrology Facebook group, people that were Virgo heavy told us some of their tips and strategies. Come on over and learn. We always talk astrology in that group, and it's really fun. A lot of beautiful people from all over the world who care about humanity and human nature, spirituality, and about doing better and living more happily and more healthy are what my members comprise of. So I'm asking you to use your sharp minds and busy bodies and to help us keep organized and ordered. We need it. We need to be disciplined through the month of October. We need to be protective of our families and our health care and our health and our happiness. That's got to be number one priority. Relish the love that Venus is giving you and the sun and moon just gave you, Virgos. You deserve a break. And if you're around anybody who's upsetting you, have some boundaries. Capricorn's energy is helping you do that. And you don't have to live in distress or work distressed. So I hope you have a really happy, wonderful October, sweet Virgos. You are pure, you're pristine, you're virginal, and you know how to make things better. You make us all feel better. Don't get discouraged if you get a little frustrated in the middle of the month when Mercury goes retrograde. It is your ruler. Just know that it's coming, and know that you might have to redo papers if you're in college, or you might have a little bit of foggy thinking, but all in all, you're pretty sharp. The next sign I'm going to go to is Pisces, and I say for you, glow, 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 glow. Right now, and it's so rare, it takes 165 years for Neptune to go around the sun. It's rare that in a lifetime that your planetary ruler is in your sign, but it is. And so even though this energy is way too hard for you, you please know you have heaven's umbrella covering you, sweet, dear, lovely Pisces. And I love you. I'm a fellow water sign. I get you. And you just need to invest your time in keep on your prayers. Keep leading us to believe and to be faithful. Um, your holiness is perfect. Keep telling us stories and playing us music and helping us have pieces of heaven. It's really important for you to keep that. A couple months ago, I told us, all of us, to have a mandatory music hour for an hour a day. You know, if it's after dinner, if the kids are getting out of school, if the whole family just dances and gets silly, it changes the vibratory energy in your body and gives you good health. And so do that. The world is too hard for you, Pisces. The world is way too hard for all of you. So make sure that you're having time outs and taking quiet time. And you don't have to take sides, and you don't have to be political. And you don't have to, you can't fight. You don't fight. You're a fish. You're smooth and slick and slippery. You swim away from messes. You don't punch and you don't hurt people. So one of the things that I want you to do to help you get through October is adopt these two sentences. If the pot starts getting hot and people start being blistering and the getting a little boiling and a little too political or a little too pushy for you, I want you to just say, excuse you, or excuse me, and then swim away from them. You don't need to be part of that. That's not your nature, it's not your thing. It's like asking a fish to plow a field or asking a fish to build a house. They can't. They're experts in the subconscious mind, the unconscious world, and the world behind the veils. You are experts at storytelling, music making, the creative arts. Venus is exalted. So go look at my videos, the Goddess Water video and the Goddess Earth video, because Venus is in Virgo. And if you're a little bit lazy and a little bit sloppy and a little bit messy, and if you've been kind of hoardy, and you need to clear things out, talk to Virgos. They'll help get you organized, and you'll feel so good. Because you have magical creative energy in your soul, but it gets cluttered, clobbered, and smothered when you have too much stuff. So this fall, too, is a good time to release and get rid of things. You just swim away, little sweet fishies. Swim away from any trouble, any hatred, any problems, any mean people. You don't need them, and you don't deserve to be around people like that. So you have a really nice October, and now we're on to Sagittarius. Sagittarius, Mars has been blessing you since June or July, forget, one of those. And you know you're feeling extra energy, you're feeling muscular, you're feeling strong. You have clash with authority because you're smart, smarter than most. You're pretty much a brainiac, but you need to temper yourself a little. You can get pushy and you can be abrasive with your tongue. You've got a hot liver, so speaking of health, I ask you to ditch alcohol for this whole month and drink lots of lemon water. Actually, lemon should be part of your diet every day for the rest of your life because you're prone to the anger that you hold that builds up, clogs up your liver. And it makes you kind of mean, it makes you kind of sarcastic. So own it if you have it. If you're brave enough, order my Crack Your Egg Open reading, which is all about things you need to correct and maybe need to take a second look at so that you can have a better, happier life. Mark my words, if you push, because Mars is square Saturn, if you push and try to boss around, a bigger, badder boss is going to come along. A bigger, bitchier, meaner boss is going to come get you. And if you push, they'll push you right back and they'll push you down. I promise. This is no time. Bite your tongue. Cool your liver. Don't drink alcohol. Alcohol is inflammatory to the body. It dries people out. We've seen people that have drank their whole lives and they look like shriveled prunes. And it's because it's drying. Your body needs water. So calm your liver, clean it out, give it a break, take a fast on alcohol, Do it for holiness, because you always care about what God thinks and how God made you. The other thing is a lot on your mind. The moon's nodes are in Gemini and Sagittarius. This is a very fated year, but you're supposed to go to your opposite and get rational. You can tend to be too idealistic and miss the details, and you're not so good at cleaning up some of the messes you make, and you get all excited and you're on to the next thing though before you finish the first thing. So try to like tie up those loose ends. Go back and finish what you started maybe 3 months ago, and you need to apologize and get a handle on your temper and your quartz mouth. You're funnier than heck because you're witty but your sense of humor is sarcastic. And you never lie. There's always a little bit of truth in everything you say, and it's hilarious. But try to keep it toned down this month. And try not to talk about your bitchy, bad, nasty boss, because they'll hear you. And it could get you a big time out of your job. So reconcile, apologize, and realize Venus is in Virgo, and that's not a comfortable sign and not a very compatible sign to you. But you love love. So be Cupid with your arrows that you shoot so high and far. And I hope you have a very nice October. The last sign is Gemini, and Gemini, I know you. My Mercury and my Venus are in Gemini. You're a communicator, and I think you're about as sick and tired as the rest of us with media. So much baloney. And because you have such a good, rational, strong mind and can always see two sides of every issue, you can often see through this bull. And the gods love you and trust you. And those of you in the communication industry, how about if you be a rebel and stand up and say, I'm not going to spread any more bull? Because I hope they all lose their ratings, frankly, and people stop listening to the nonsense of confusion. You have an affinity to Libra and Aquarius because you're air signs, so you're going to like the fresh air that's coming the month of October. And all the mutable signs, I forgot to say, run, play tennis, Sagittarius. Keep up your physical routine. It's important, really important. It'll help get rid of that hot energy. And, just run where it's free and clear. Because you don't try to run in traffic. There's a lot of accident energy, or near like busy traffic. Virgos, excellent at dieting and eating clean and mostly vegetarian. They don't like to hurt animals, and they don't like what animals go through to feed us. So they're more vegetarians Virgo than any other sign. Sagittarius likes his meat, and he needs it because they usually have strong, beautiful, muscular bodies that are half god and half man. They come from the tribe Centaur, and anyway, I'm getting on a tangent. So let's stick to October. All of you though, everybody. If the only exercise you can do because of your age or physical agility, whatever that is, however strong you are, at least have a walking routine and carry this. Like, let it be a new habit. Virgo gives us good health. Virgo's about natural foods and real foods, natural fabrics and natural fibers. And because that sun and moon and so many planets were loving Virgo, it's telling the whole world to, minimize, cut down, cut back, no excess. Don't be overindulgent at all, mind, body, and soul. That's a really good thing for all of us to do for October. And to know that we're going to be frustrated and that Mercury is retrograde, that Mars is going backwards. There's a lot of things that need to be fixed, cleaned up, and built, which Gemini is so good at making plans and making arrangements. They are great people to delegate. They have come up with good ideas. They have sound, good, rational, reasonable ideas. They're not so good at doing the things. They're good at coming up with the idea. They're the idea people, ideation. So use your Gemini friends to point you. And you, Gemini, and Virgo, and Sagittarius, and Pisces, not you, sorry. Those three, delegate. Delegate, delegate, delegate. get everybody in the family on board, get everybody in the neighborhood on board, about cleaning up, clearing out, getting rid of the excess, sharing it, and about being serviceable to these people that have suffered natural disasters, for loving up and caring for the people that are caring for the people that are dying. We have a tragic amount of death going on the earth. So Gemini, use your rationality. It's so, so good, and help us plow and plan our new normals. Mid-month, you'll also be frustrated because Mercury's going retrograde, unless you were born with Mercury in retrograde, and then you'll love this energy. And what it's good for is researching, editing, revising, revisiting areas that we haven't figured out yet. But more importantly, for Gemini and Sagittarius, you mutables, this restless energy that you're feeling like, just let me out, I can't breathe, I can't stand it anymore, I want things to open up. Use that, muster that strength that Mars is giving you to come up with ideas for your new business or the way your new job is going to be. And do incorporate something that has to do with electronics into that idea. An app, a delivery service. You guys are great at this. You, for this next year, are in the crosshairs of fate. Karma is happening right now in your life. I hope you're coupled. Each and every one of you that I just mentioned, a little bit less for Virgo, you need partnership. You're paired. You're twin signs, all of you, except Virgo. You need a partner. Let that be your priority for next March. Date however you have to date during this pandemic. Don't be alone. Find your partner for life, and then make your partnership strong. Partnerships, love is amazing. Romance is amazing. Pisces is really good at it. Libra is very romantic. But what carries the water of a relationship, or carries that cauldron of food for a family or a business, is that everlasting devotion and that faith that says, we're together. We're going to stick together, and we're going to get through this no matter what it is. And on the world stage, cooperation is the only thing that's going to get us through October 2020 and the rest of this year. So just don't entertain frustration, fighting, territorial people that are playing masters of the universe, people that act like they're God and the authority over all of us. They're not. And what Pisces helps us do is remember our connection. That's what astrology does, this astrologer anyway. So expect there to be double talk, Gemini, and people to be talking smack, and let it fly right past your ears and keep on going. Duck down and don't let it touch you. You've got bigger things to do, better things to do, and planning to do. And you're really good at it. And you're going to love this energy. So to increase that air energy, get yourself out and get yourself moving. Even if you do it 3 times a day for 15 minutes. Move, move, move. The more you move your legs, the more you move your mind. And the more you free your mind. And make sure you're having good rest. I've told you guys all about lemon balm. It's phenomenal. So you, Gemini, and you, Sagittarius, put love in front of every decision you make for the rest of this year and the rest of this tumultuous until 2023. We've got a lot of redoing, rebuilding, and reconstructing to do in our lives. Just make sure that you and yours are solid, even if it's one other person that is your teammate in life. So for October, the month of lovers, Sun in Sagittarius wants homeostasis, wants balance. Libras need balance. If you have Libra children, or you're married to a Libra, you know this. They do not operate well in chaos. They can't stand turmoil. They won't start fights. They're the deliberators and the mediators. They want to solve things and fix things. Let's let them. Let's be like them. The sun shining is our vitality. I said on another video, it would take 8 minutes if the sun went out for all of us to freeze to death. The Sun in Libra is our Holy Father in the heavens, wanting us to have balance, wanting us to cooperate, wanting us to be married and partnered, having somebody to love. And that's the biggest indicator for health. And then Venus being in Virgo is saying, let it be a pure love. Let it be honest, not confused, not compromised, not sullied, not betrayed, not in mystery, not in some clandestine affair. So you guys take care. And that is my message for October. 2 full moons in October. Full moon Aries, full moon Taurus. Mercury retrograde, Mars retrograde, Saturn stations direct. It's a big month. But keep up with me in my weekly scopes. I love all of you. And I hope you have a really happy October 2020 and are part of cleaning up this big mess.